Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Israel's military says it has mounted more limited ground raids into Gaza to attack Hamas and find information about hostages being held. Meanwhile, the Israeli bombing of Gaza continues. The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says 436 people have been killed in just the past 24 hours. Israel says it's targeting Hamas infrastructure, including tunnels, with 320 targets hit in a day. Here, Israel's military spokesman saying its ground forces had mounted limited raids into the Gaza Strip overnight. At the same time, more aid is arriving, here being sorted at Red Crescent storage facilities in Khan Yunis. However, still very limited amounts are being allowed into Gaza. The European Union Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell has joined calls for a pause in the conflict between Israel and Palestinian militants Hamas to let more aid supplies into Gaza.
The first day, 20 trucks were allowed to come in. 20. Yesterday were about 20 more. But in normal time, without war, 100 trucks enter into Gaza every day. So it's clear that 20 is not enough.
Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has been charged in an Official Secrets Act case. That's according to his party. The charge is related to a classified cable sent to Islamabad by Pakistan's ambassador in Washington early last year, which Khan is accused of making public. A special court has indicted the 71-year-old and his former foreign minister. It's another blow for the jailed former cricket star ahead of a general election expected to be held in January. Argentina's economy minister Sergio Massa has defied expectations by winning more than 36% of the vote, putting him on course for a runoff contest with the far-right candidate Javier Milei. With most ballots now counted, no candidate has received more than 45% of votes, the threshold to be elected. Many pollsters believed voters would punish Mr. Massa for presiding over a financial crisis. Inflation in Argentina is nearing 140%. Argentines will have to choose between the two in a follow-up vote scheduled for the 19th of November. Flooding from Storm Babette could last for days, that's according to the Environment Agency, after the UK was lashed with rain and winds over the weekend. Across England, 108 flood warnings are in place, including in the East Midlands and along the River Severn. 4 people are now known to have died in the floods, while residents of hundreds of homes have been evacuated. Some Brecon residents could be permanently removed from their homes due to the flooding. Here, a pair of dogs filmed running through dense sea foam in Northumberland. So far, around 1,250 properties in England have been flooded. Spain has seized gold artefacts valued at 60 million euros stolen from Ukraine after thieves were caught trying to sell them in Madrid. The 11 pieces from the Scythian culture, which were exhibited in a Kyiv museum between 2009 and 2013, were smuggled out of Ukraine in 2016, police said in a statement. The pieces had forged documents to make it look as if they belonged to the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. The pieces are being studied at the Spanish National Archaeological Museum and the Institute of Cultural Heritage of Spain. And a northern French farmer has surprised his partner by asking her hand in marriage by using his tractor to shape giant letters in a field which spell the age-old question, "Will you marry me?" The farmer had been preparing for the proposal for a year. Using a tractor and brush cutters, he wrote the 180-metre-long phrase in the 2-hectare field. Julien Theliez popped the question by inviting his partner of 8 years, Elodie, to take a walk into the field of flowers. As they arrived, a man flew a drone, showing Elodie the surprise on the remote control screen. Then Theliez got on one knee and asked the question, to which Elodie said yes. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.